We really can't express few feelings which we go through. Hey, look at you. You look beautiful, you're wonderful, your smile gives peace. It's human nature to praise and see outward things. But God says, I will look into your heart, my child. Yes, He does, which is real. He consoles us when we express our painful feelings to Him. He understands our hearts. He proves that we are His handwork. There is joy in sharing our best encounter with God. Do you have one? If yes, then try to share your story to the world. Here comes mine. My childhood was a boulevard of broken dreams. I was sick and almost lived like an abandoned girl for a few years. People made fun of me. Nobody had ears to listen to my words. Nobody cared to understand what I was going through. Every cell in my body endured pain. But here comes the best part. People around me appear like real robots to me. I started loving myself and the nature around me. I prayed and thanked God for every minute of my life. I wasn't strong enough to express my feelings even to my family. I was harassed by many. Each and every person I know appeared so cruel to me. That was years of pain. I didn't stop thanking God for my life. I praised Him and worshipped Him with all my heart in a closed, dark room secretly. It almost felt like angels dancing around and praising God along with me, which gave me the real joy in heart. God has plans to make His children shine. I never realized that I was being trained in every aspect of my life. Rejection was a horrible thing which I have gone through. My own people despised me. I was called a sick being. People even tried to stop me being educated. Insane. I had a separate bench in my school. I hardly went to school. Everything around me saw me like a sick doll with no use. People never tried to understand what sickness I had. I always had a peak stage of headache, vertigo, nausea, the three worst things which I endured half of my life. I hated to talk. I hated if somebody had a big voice. The noises around me used to make me mad. It was like an alien world, so sick and dramatic. That alien life continued throughout my schooling and college. But nobody knows what I was going through. It was a simple headache for everyone. It was getting complicated and nobody was able to understand. But finally I got to know that I have magical blood clots in my brain which keep forming and dissolving. I asked God to make me a non-alien human. I was happy even if people never bothered. After days, the person who tested me a lot, my father, a major part of my life lessons, fell sick. And guess what? He needed me the most to share his feelings. He used to tell me many testimonies to his life and share how he felt. His last days were the best days of my life, where I spent my time with him and listened to him and consoled him. It felt amazing to be his daughter. He was much more like my son. God has been so kind. He made me stand for people who despised me. He gave me a special place everywhere. He gave me a highest degree in all my peer. He gave me friends who listened to my words and shared their stories with me. He blessed my hands to serve many. He gave me a heart to understand the pain of others. He made me stand for my family. Do you understand how my life turned? A sick alien happens to be a strong woman after going through every class of life. God started using me in His own way. There was a time when people said, "Oh man, she does all rubbish and then she prays. She's a failure, she's weak, she's bad." They never really know my secret life because they have never bothered. Unless the light shines, people can't really see the good side. There is always evil behind the story. God made me stand for good, and the evil made me feel destroyed by poking with words and behavior. I felt glad in every situation, high and low. God never changed my heart. He loved me, and so I love Him and share that love to the people around me. When I saw how God made wonders in my life, I found that He is the real sweetheart of mine. No human can replace Him. Satan troubled me in all the ways that he could, mentally and physically. I lost peace and wanted to kill myself many times. But every minute, God reminded me that He made me for a purpose. And that was the time I realized that I had a rare autoimmune disease called lupus. Even after knowing it's complicated, I didn't really panic or worry about it. I often fall sick. I know my Heavenly Father would take care of me and keep me peaceful. People talk both good and bad when we have something special in us, isn't it? But it really doesn't matter what people think of you. When we are in the hands of God, we are safe no matter how hard the situations are. Sometimes your own family might go against you. Trust in Him. Share His love to others. Share your story and bring hope and joy in your surrounding. You are the strongest when you are weak. The real Christmas is a mixture of your life, joy, peace, cakes, chocolates, and gifts. This season is to enjoy your life in a bowl of happiness filled with lots of sprinkles. Every color of your life is designed by the Heavenly Father. You become a beautiful vessel when you are in His hands. Merry Christmas. Hope your story changes somebody's life.